let's step off. Andrea just came in, and since she has taken time out of her little schedule to be here, I definitely want to give you the floor, Andrea.
Hi, how are you?
How are you feeling, dear?
I'm okay. I'm alive. So.
Well, everybody was really excited and anxious to hear when I told them that you were going to talk about ingrown toenails.
Okay.
And how to care for and how to prevent the ingrown toenail.
Okay. So Dara knows, but my background is my mom was an esthetician, nail technician. You know, she's a European, we're Croatian, so she owned the European Day Spa for over 40 years. And, you know, I obviously was like, I didn't work there, but obviously she trained me how to, you know, cut toenails properly and how to deal with things. So with the toenails, I brought my little tool so everyone could see. It's called a nipper. You see? You see, Dara, now what I'm talking about? It's not like, it's, you know, you cut cuticles with it, but also for the toenails.
Yeah,
So,
I have a hard time getting into the side and, you know, and really cleaning the sides out. That would definitely work.
yeah, this is great for the sides, actually. And then there's another tool. Hold on, let me go get it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Can I just flash my husband in there? All right, hold on. Right here. Language, guys. Let me close this. All right. Then this. Okay. You see this tool? I don't know if you can see it.
I'm looking for you. You got lost in all my people.
Okay.
There you are. Okay, I found you.
So this is another tool. It's like called a scooper, where you could get in the corners. Right? And then I have another one. This is a nice small thin one. And again, it's called a scooper. Tweezerman.
Twist it around a little bit. Okay.
Okay. So those are called scoopers. So Tweezerman is a company. Tweezerman has really nice nippers and stuff to, you know, the nail cutters, like this is the nipper, you know, and you could get those tools. And so what basically with the ingrown toenail is the nail is growing down into the corner and it's painful for you. So once you reach to this point where it's going deep in and it starts getting very painful, it's like pressure, you know, and it has to be released. If you don't release it and it keeps growing that way, it could technically get infected. When it's infected, obviously it's hot, it's red, you know, and it's, you know, it's far gone. But even before then, before it gets infected, it's very painful. So what you do instead of with the regular nail clippers, but the one I showed you, is you would cut the corner and you would cut it like in an angle. So you would cut it and you would have to, it's hard to explain, but you would have to cut in an angle deep enough so you could get that corner, because usually underneath the skin and everything that's growing, even if you have like a little fungus that could, you know, hurt it, you know, make more pressure, and you want to use that pokey tool to clean underneath. Obviously, when you're cleaning your toenails, you want everything to be sterile. You want to make sure your tools are clean before and after you do your, I guess, dissection or whatever you want to call it. And also what I like using is, I know if I cut myself a little bit or something, obviously use the cayenne, and also the infection salve. So if I feel like something is a little bit infection, I'll put like a lot of infection salve after the cleaning and I'll put that on, and that usually does the trick as well. But the important part is to cut the toenail properly so it doesn't give you that pressure, you know? And doing that, and it's hard for me to explain it without showing someone to do it, you know? But again, doing in that corner, like, you know, if you nail here, right? And you have the corner, you can't just cut straight across. You have to, if you have an ingrown toenail, you have to go like in from an angle, cut inside and kind of go all the way in and pull it all out. You can't leave a little piece. Like if you cut your side and you leave a little piece, forget it. It's going to get infected. You have to cut all the way in on the angle and pull that whole like side piece out.
Okay, one of the people just asked, Dakota just asked if soaking the feet first isn't helpful.
Yeah, so
doing a foot soak.
When I was talking with my toenail thing from last time, whenever I cut my toenails, I always soak it in a half hour. I do warm water with Epsom salt. So I do about like 2 cups, a lot of Epsom salt in a warm water basin, and I soak them for half hour. The Epsom salt makes all that stuff from underneath your toenails and the excess skin and everything very soft. If you have fungus, it'll start throwing the fungus out, and it makes the cutting much better. You dry because you're going to cut yourself and hurt yourself. So I apologize, I didn't say that first. So
okay.
I like the Epsom salt. The Epsom salt is a really good way to soak it. You know.
Now you're just doing a warm soak. You're not doing a hot soak.
Oh, I like it hot. So whatever you could tolerate, you know. I do a nice
okay,
hot.
So as hot as can be tolerated.
Yeah, and I get it nice and soaked, and then I cut whatever I need to cut, and that's it. And it comes out, you know. It really does. It's no pressure or anything like that.
Yeah, I've seen that when I've been in the bathtub and actually done it while I was taking a bath. I've dug in with regular toenails under the edge with the bath and gotten it cleaned out really well. Just from soaking in the bathtub with a regular toenail clippers, I was able to get in there pretty good.
Yeah.
But what you have there is definitely better.
Yeah, and it's just go on Tweezerman's site, and they have and stuff. The pokey thing, called a scooper. It's hard to find a good scooper here in America. My really good one is from Romania. One of the girls from Romania brought it back. Hold on, this thing went away. But but try to get just you know, the smallest scooper that there is, and play around with it and see how it goes. You know, never leave pieces in. That's what I will say. Like if you went just a little bit because you were scared and you left a little piece in, you have to cut it all the way out. It has to come out, you know?
Okay. Did you see that question that came up there?
No.
Okay. Somebody was saying, what if your toenail is trying to turn black? That's fungus.
Yeah, that's severe fungus. Unfortunately, my specialty, you know. If your toenail's black, I mean, there's an issue. There has to be, you know. You mean black from blood or black from a really bad fungus?
Fungus. Not from blood.
Fungus.
From fungus. Okay, so the whole fungus protocol, you know, that's what we were talking about last time.
Yeah, the video is posted.
Oh, okay.
The video is up from our last class. It's already up on my YouTube, and go on there. We had a really good discussion on foot fungus and on what to do. And Adrienne shared her testimony. Have you lost the other toenails yet?
No, I haven't. Well, I haven't since I got COVID. I didn't put any more black walnut on. I've been just surviving over here. So as soon as I feel better, I'm going to put more black walnut. But the good ones are good. The other ones haven't fell off, and I'm waiting, but I haven't cleaned them either. I'm curious to see what really happens.
Well, you should be able just to pick it up where you are at.
Yeah, I mean, they look good.
And keep on going.
Yeah.
Yes, they do look good. All right, my dear. Well, I thank you so much for coming and for sharing that with us. Does anyone have any questions on ingrown toenails for Andrea? Because I know she wants to just head back and relax. If you got your questions, say them now. We don't get her that often. All right, my dear.
I'm going to try to see if I could find a good YouTube video on how to do it, you know, because that would be good as well.
Yeah, if you do, let me know and I can post it to the blog. I can embed it in the blog, at my blog.
Okay,
This is
great.
For the class.
I have a question. what causes ingrown toenails? Sometimes I have a problem with that. Yeah.
So I know, like with my son Sebastian, his toenails from birth, the corners do grow down. And I know that my husband, like I can see his toenails, he kind of has the same thing, you know? So I think like hereditary, your toenails are shaped a different way, but from cutting them improperly. So people that, you know, improperly cut their toenails, they will like train them to grow in the wrong way. You're not cutting them the right way, you know? So I know, like, my mom always used to yell at her clients, like, don't cut your toenails, you're messing them up, you know? And so that's what I have noticed, you know? And again, with Sebastian, I cut them the right way. There's not a problem, you know? So that's what I've noticed.
I have a question. The cuticles around the nails, they get very sore sometimes and crack. And I don't know how to stop it. I put Vaseline on it and different things, but I can't seem to stop it. It gets very sore, you know what I mean? And the cuticle right on the sides cracks.
Yeah.
And it gets painful. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. What you would want to do with that is you would want to do some infection salve. It's gotten inflamed. The cuticle has become inflamed and you need to get the infection out of there. And that's where the infection salve would come in. And
how do you keep it from getting a callus there? You get a big callus on the sides.
BF&C, you can pack that with the bone, flesh, and cartilage salve, and that is going to just soften and clean up all those issues on there. But when it becomes inflamed and hot, when there's an infection, it's inflamed and hot, you want the infection salve. But for abnormalities, the BF&C is going to clear up the abnormalities in the bone, flesh, and cartilage.
Thank you.
Is that right, Andrea?
Yeah, you know, with me, I noticed when I had bad fungus, like fungal in my body, I would get the cracks on the bottom of my feet. And I also would get cracks on my fingers, bad. And I noticed when I would eat too much sugar and it would be almost like feet fungus. Yeah. So when you clean up your diet, you'll notice that I feel that those cracks won't be there, you know? You agree?
So you're saying that it's a fungus there.
That could be fungus. And if that is fungus, then we want to look at black walnut.
I do have candida. I've been fighting it for years.
So that makes sense. So then that makes sense because any kind of, I feel like candida, fungus, yeast, I mean, they're all cousins, they're all related, you know? And if you're going to feed it with the improper diet, then it gets worse, you know?
Yeah.
And now I have noticed, so since my fungus has been healing on my toenails, my skin on my toenails and my hands aren't rough and aren't cracked. So it's almost like hand in hand. It all went away together.
Yep. And it will. It will.
Yeah.
I find I can't even eat real healthy fruit, prunes, plums, raisins, anything sweet will flare up.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know people that, you know, healed themselves from the candida that in the beginning, they can't eat fruit at all because if their candida is so bad, you know, there's one client that her candida was so bad, she could not even eat berries, nothing.
Yeah, right.
Really starved the candida by zero fruit, you know? And then finally she was able, you know, after obviously the foundation, liver flushing and all the stuff. And when then she was able to bring back the fruit, then it was okay. It was, you know, she starved it almost, you know?
That's true. Before I lost the weight, I had a lot of issues with candida. And after spending nearly 2 years on a food program that had absolutely nothing sweet in it, I ate nothing but savory for 2 solid years. Not a piece of fruit, nothing. I have absolutely no candida issues anymore. All
Yeah.
the liver flushing I did with the weight loss, and then the just completely walked away from anything sweet for 2 years. And the candida is gone. It's completely starved to death. It is gone.
What do you mean by savory diet?
I only ate I didn't eat anything that had natural or no honey, no maple syrup, no fruit of any kind, nothing like that. Everything was that I ate was on the savory side. There was nothing sweet in it. Are you ready to leave us, Andrea?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I have to feed everyone.
All right, my dear. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
coming and
Thank
sharing.
you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, hun.
Bye.